Hello, everyone. Welcome into ZeldaSpeedRuns for the Crosskeys 2023 tournament quarterfinals, Game 3 between Relkin and Ramond. Here on commentary, we've got Adirondack Rick and Tracy M. And tracking, we've got Saru and Tomaltoj. So I'm going to hand it over to our commentators and enjoy the match, everyone.
This is where we start talking, right, Tracy?
Yeah, we could talk. Talking's good, right?
Yeah, so here we are. This is the quarterfinals. This is game 3. They, of course, getting to this game 3, have split games 1 and 2, which means this is a winner goes on, the loser goes home. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all that needs to be said about this match. These are two fine competitors. These are two good racers. We're in for a show. Who do they get in the next round?
We just talked about this. They get Allison in the next round, who won his race yesterday to set up the semifinal race.
So, I guess... Oh gosh, do we really have 10 minutes to talk about this? I hope we don't have 10 minutes to talk about this.
Please no.
Well, in that case...
No one told me there was a delay.
Well, in that case, I guess what we will go ahead
there
and do...
Here we go.
That timer looks a lot better than -10.
Oh my god, we already have a Moon Pearl. No bunny walking today. And how very vanilla with that sink location.
I'm feeling the vanilla here.
Relkin looks like he's going to head over and check the drop down over at the Useless Fairy. And maybe do a Houlihan. Has 20 rupees already. It's kind of nice to be able to get over there with enough money for at least Bottle Vendor when you get to Kakariko.
Yep, you're going to go ahead and grab that key too while you're here.
Yeah, you hope it's a good key, you know. Oh, a nice 8-bomb tree pull for Ramond.
Yeah, you like getting that because now you have weapons in case you have to face off against enemies such as the mini Moldorms if you find that cave. So we get a GT small that's kind of ranked like lowish to mid tier as far as
I mean, I'd rather a GT small than a Meyer small because we literally don't physically need any Meyer smalls. They just have logical implications, but
yeah, that's why I mentioned it as low to small.
Yep, absolutely. Like even Skullwood's keys, which you can get away without any of, are better because every once in a while you find the front of Skullwood's and you can beat it, even though you don't have even Dark World access. So, all right.
Yeah.
So Relkin did do the whole hand. Is heading over to check the castle area. Oh, a nice rupee farm for a Ramond.
Yeah, it seems like Relkin is prioritizing the drop downs, which is totally understandable. You kind of want to first of all find where your well is, because that's 5 items right there.
Yep.
And then secondly, you kind of want to also find out where Ganon is, because if you don't find where Ganon is, guess what you have to do? Oh, he wants
We're coming back for that. This is the one... I like to leave this drop down to the last one in hopes that I already know where Ganon is, because then I can just fall down. I don't have to walk all the way around to check it like Relkin did. Because yeah, he's definitely going to want to pick that mirror up. We're going to check this entrance first. No, we're not going to check this entrance first.
No, he's going to go grab that mirror right now in case this is a connector.
Yep, that's a good call. And we find the Uncle drop down in the woods. This is the one I want to find at Lumberjack, because I can just do it.
We get ourselves a big kid of Hera, which... good to have in case you find Hera without the hook shot.
Yeah, and even if you find it with the hook shot, I've had Hera Big Chest burn me enough times that I just feel better if I already have the big key.
Speaking of things that you want to have, that Thieves Town Small is a nice one to have when you do Thieves Town.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's the 8 bombs for Relkin.
Oh, Paradox Cave with 10... Okay, we got bombs. This is kind of the thing you were talking about, wanting to keep your bomb count up because... I mean, this is harder than Mini Moldorm. But with 10 bombs, you should be able to do it. Maybe we get a weapon here? No. Maybe we... Nope. No weapons. Just bombs.
I mean, you could get a weapon here, just unfortunately you can't throw those arrows without a bow attached.
Yeah.
We do see a Swamp Palace over here in the village.
So when I get in the situation that Relkin's in, my goal, number one, is to just open all the chests. If I happen to be able to kill the Moldorms, to be able to check the entrances and exits as well, then that's just added bonus.
Yeah, but Relkin has extra incentive of checking this, or wanting to get through this, because this will allow him to go to other locations on the map.
Yeah, and actually with the mirror, he can do... he could safely, well, I mean, we don't have all the items yet, so that you could always be, this could always be one way for the moment. But with the mirror,
cases like this.
that's a good one to find. But interestingly enough, that means there's got to be a connector on this other side, right? Wait, no. Let me think about this for a second. You got to be able to get to the... It was on the... It's not logical to delete the block from the bottom.
So he went through the bottom.
Yes.
So yeah, well, actually, because you come from the middle down to the bottom.
Right. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, we're good.
And we find the Palace of Darkness. More bombs for your pleasure.
Oh boy, yeah, we get a couple bombs. We'll see if he mimic clips, because we're not gonna be able to do anything but this first chest without that.
And he's got more incentive to do this in this position because of just where this is.
Such a bad spot. If you can mimic clip, I think you do it here.
Speaking of Palace of Darkness, we just found a key for that over here.
So, yeah, no, he's not. That means there are a couple checks in logic here. For Ramond when he gets here, Relkin won't be able to get the in logic checks though, unless there's like a vanilla key on this side. I'm like missing all of Kakariko with this Palace of Darkness. Apologies.
Yeah, I'm trying to mark down most of what I've seen. So far, I've seen bombs on the bottle vendor and whatnot.
Okay,
We've seen now that we're extension connector.
Yeah, now that we've got the mimic clipping going, I can devote my attention to Ramond until this mimic gets off the screen.
Ice Palace also in Kakariko Village, according to one of our trackers. And that's going to be a place where Ramon's going to wish he had the mirror for that.
Yeah, well, he's not going to do more of it right now. With we're still. I mean, we do have a Moon Pearl. But we have no weapons. We have a boomerang is not a terrible thing to walk around the dark world with if you're at least if you're not a bunny. But there's so many Sphere 1 checks that we haven't gotten to that knowing that connector is there, it's not the Sank Start's not the worst ever to get back there. And if he holds off, he'll have a mirror next time he goes. Castle Tower small key behind the bow.
It's an interesting key to find, and a cane of Samaria.
Okay, well, there we go.
And we find Hyde Cave.
Big key to Eastern. Map. Bombs. Big key to Turtle Rock. Okay, we might need those. Might not. Bumper cave, we can't do anything with right now.
Means logically we are going to need a fire rod.
Yeah, Crosskeys is a little weird with the fire rod because you don't need it for Skullwoods anymore. It's logically required for Skullwoods still, but there is the bomb jump with the lamp that any runner that plays serious Crosskeys is going to be able to do.
Hookshot cave over here at the Dark Lumberjacks.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ramond is following this connector before finding that mirror.
And Relkin, by the way, is going to be checking the old man back exit here to find out that it is in... Oh, he's going to get that big key right away.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me if relkin just does this kind of South Dark World check area. I often like it when I get a connector to the south part that you can just clear out, and then when you get the connector to the north part, you don't have to worry about going south. You just do all the north stuff and kind of separate the two. Pot.
Okay.
Already know where Pot is. Already got the big key. If he wants to mimic clip again and gets a hammer, we can get all the way to the big chest.
And there's Desert. So we've seen Desert left. So Ramond does have access to that Dark Palace key right now. He just doesn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the left side of Desert was at the fortune teller north of the village.
Yeah.
Do we need boots?
Not for that item, we don't.
I mean, if you're starving for arrows at that point in time, you've made some bad decisions.
All right, have we seen all the drop downs from our runners?
I think...
I don't know if we've seen Magic Bat yet.
Well, there's the other side of the Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, we haven't found Ganon yet, so...
Nobody's checked Bat.
That's what I was thinking.
Because we haven't seen the well either.
That's a good point. So you really... At this point, I would much rather have a vanilla Ganon than a well behind GT climb. It's like... It's such a tempting 9-item climb, and then you get up there and there's just nothing. And vanilla Ganon just means you just gotta do it.
Yeah, you gotta do it no matter what, so you might as well do it.
Do it when you can. You don't have to wait on it. Once you have the items, just do it.
All right, Desert takes us over to the Ice Rod Cave area.
Yeah, and good news, bad news. We're okay. Maybe we check and see if there's something that makes that better in the next cave. But yeah, the bad news is that you can't get back through that connector. But the good news is you're not going to have to double dip this area for that rock. You know what it is already.
Unfortunately, Ramond took a death after pulling the statue back. Hammer!
Wow. Okay, well,
that's a hammer location.
Yeah, I mean, if the well's behind Bat, that'll be good for Relkin. I don't think he's not really been in Kakariko.
Yeah, he has not been to Kakariko Village because he took that.
Key.
He's been taking connectors around here. He started out with taking the Paradox at Hyrule Castle, which took him up to the TR Bridge, and as a result, has just been kind of doing everything but it.
So I thought he was going to do the Crystal Roller Chest, but then he mirrored out because he wants to do this first, and I imagine he's going to go back in and do the Crystal Roller Chest. Nothing in that TR dip is in logic because we don't have a protection item for the laser bridge. And then, of course, Crystal Roller also not in logic because we don't have a lamp. But, if you can do it, you do it anyway.
Or we don't have the big key and access to TR right.
Right.
That is the other condition at this point that would put that in logic.
Now, this is actually the easiest dark room in the world if you're going in this direction. Just
hold up.
Just hold up.
All right, we got ourselves the map to Desert Palace over here from Ramond. I haven't seen anything really big shooting out at me here in the Skull Woods, and there's still going to be nothing because we know this is going to be a small key flippers in the Crystal Roller Room.
Oh, we're going to go further. This is interesting. I mean, this could just be check TR West. Or this could be, let's see, we can't get all the way to the front. We can get to, because we don't have any small keys. But we could get the next 2 checks. Okay, it looks like we're going to go for the next 2 checks. So, Relkin valuing the items more than the connector. And right now, I think that's correct. There's a good chance you just happen upon TR West at some point, and then you're just like, okay, I don't have to worry about this. I've already done these 2 locations. On the other hand, dealing with the pokey with nothing but a hammer and a cane. Not great.
Just going to hammer those 3 quick hits there.
Although I guess if you're going for the exit, you're killing 2 pokies with just the hammer and the cane. So either way, it's just bad.
I did not realize until I watched Relkin a little bit that you can use a bomb to take care of those floating heads.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Neat.
1 bomb takes care of them.
Oh, wow. Okay, that is something I will put in my arsenal because that's super useful.
And
Not
it's
really
why
a
I'm
surprise. Yeah, go ahead.
And it's why I am fearful of his team in week 6 because we face them in the league.
And that's Crosskeys week, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We find the Elder over here just outside of Eastern. The Elder connector.
Yeah, and so far we've seen this. I've seen this contrast before, and I'm not convinced one way is necessarily better than the other. For just in general,
Really,
Relkin taking all the connectors, Ramond not so much taking the connectors.
Really, it comes down to luck at this point in time, and it screams right now the way that Relkin's being rewarded. Early game luck is on his side. Now, of course, this is being a long run. This is only like the first quarter of the run. Your luck needs to stay consistent through 4 quarters, and that's the hardest thing in Crosskeys.
All right,
Pyramid Fairy over here at Eastern, just a double heart or piece of heart.
Half a heart. Okay, we're not getting those 20 rupees for sure. But Relkin's gonna take advantage of those flippers.
Oh yeah. You're going to take advantage of the advantage, or you're going to take advantage of the advantages that you have at this stage.
Yeah, and Relkin with 672 rupees has plenty of money to do Zora and get the bottle vendor when if he ever gets to Kakariko.
Spiral Cave. Good plot.
Your favorite.
It's interesting that...
you wish you were out of that last and you could just do it. And now it's like, well, I got these other entrances I want to do first before I go into Spiral Cave.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing here for Ramond is he does have very little way except for bombs to take care of those. So he's going to take this connector instead.
Yeah, this one's a safer connector. Unfortunately, there's no item necessarily on the other side.
And this is a good connector where you wish you had the mirror for...
And the hard part for Ramond here is that mirror is just sitting there in the drop down at Uncle.
Yeah, he's going to feel so... Yeah, he's going to feel so bad when he finds that because he knows if he's studied Relkin and is going to be comparing his playstyle, he knows that Relkin's going to have that super early. There's Spiral Cave takes you out.
Funny. That's funny.
All right, well, at least we now know that answer. So when you do go in where you're going to turn out, and
hi,
GT, what a good cave for Relkin to find here. Has the advantage to at least get, I believe it's a total of 7 items if he plays everything right. Because he can get the 2 here, he can get the tile room, and then because he has the hammer, he can sequence breaks the staff house room.
Okay, he can logically get 3 items.
Yeah, logically 3 items are available right now. I mean,
you can bomb jump all the way the left side, but that's crazy.
And we'll see if Relkin chooses to do that. I know some runners just choose to go to Staphos and get out.
Yeah, I think you're much more likely to completely break oh my goodness.
And we have access to the webcam of Ramond, and he just did a very bad why is that there shake of the head. He is not happy with that because he knows that if Relkin goes up that way immediately, he has that.
Now, as to these bomb jumps, not a lot of players like to do the bomb jumps all the way across. If they had boots, that's a different story. You'll see a lot of runners will completely sequence break this with boots. We're going to at least grab the key. Whereas with just the bomb jumps, it's a lot of runners will just do the Stalfos room just to kind of streamline their trip later. This first bomb jump is pretty tricky. Whereas if you have boots, you can just kind of bonk around. You only have to do a bomb jump, I think, on the last
section.
Yeah.
And what you're going to see Relkin do is he's going to line himself up with that little bit of the triangle at the bottom there. He's going to use that to help line his first jump up. And then his second jump is going to be where the sprite of the Mario comes to an end. He's obviously played with the Mario sprite many times.
Yep.
He knows what to do. There you go.
Small key to swamp. Well, we do need to... Well, we don't know that. We don't know if swamp's pendant or crystal.
But what we do know is that everything that is behind that first chest in swamp is behind the hookshot.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's right. Which means you're not going hookless swamp.
And Relkin did what I thought he was going to do and just get out of the Staffel Shroom. That's it. But he already got one big item out of that, which is the swamp small.
Yeah, trying to bomb jump all the way on the left side of GT is slow and resource intensive. It's just not something you see a lot of players do. In the meantime, Relkin still hasn't been in Kakariko, which would be fine, because I really want to know if the well is Ganon or if the climb is Ganon.
Baby steps.
I know, right? Okay, so we are in Castle Tower. We get a big key to Misery Mire. We're getting a lot of big keys early. And we are going to do these dark rooms. These dark rooms are pretty easy with a sword. I'm not sure I'd want to touch it without a sword. Sword or fire source, I should say, because obviously it's easy with lamp. And
look at him making that look easy.
I mean, I don't know what it looked like, because could you see it? But he did it so quickly. It must have been
By the way,
right?
Hemp Magic is in the lobby of Pod.
Yeah, because Ramond actually has a small key to do some of the actual logical checks over here.
And then
that's a bow.
Oh!
All right. What was it? A GT small that we got on the right side that's now in logic with that bow.
And Sahashwala down here, which we find out our green pennant is Turtle Rock.
Brings a lot less meaning to the Turtle Rock big key. But again, that's one of the big keys I mind less getting for a crystal dungeon, or sorry, for a pendant dungeon, mostly because of that TR Eastern big chest location. But also, like, a lot of TR, just you do it in these kind of small segments.
And by the way, do you remember where the dam was? Right there on TR Bridge. Oh,
right, yeah, because we got it early.
So it's kind of hard to have that bow when you find Pod.
Yeah, that's right. We found another dark room. Relkin's checking it out.
I heard him drop. I heard him drop. This is Old Man. This is Death Mountain Climb. Good minute clip, by the way, there from Ramon.
It's that Cane of Samaria. And you get our Out of Logic Mountain. There's a lot of Out of Logic things going on. We don't mind breaking the lamp for logic for the most part until Fire Rod's behind fire, but you know.
And Relkin's going to be able to get every remaining cave on this mountain when he's up here, except for the TR entrance. And the two that are up there along DDM until he finds the Elder Connector, as we get ourselves Thieves Town here. Only 4 items accessible to us right now.
Yeah, no big key, so unless Big Key decides to be in here.
Which is possible. I mean, we've seen that happen before.
It likes to happen. I think in one of the races yesterday, I forget which one, there was a pendant TR with a pod big key and a pendant pod big key and its own pendant big key. So.
Worst words ever. This is a big key to this dungeon.
Yeah, because either you're in a pendant you don't want to do and you would rather just leave, or it's a crystal that maybe you weren't quite prepared to be doing right at this point, or you don't have all the things.
Or perhaps you've taken forever to get in there because you didn't want to do it because you didn't have the big key.
Yep, that's a good one. Good call there.
And you know that from experience.
Yes,
we've all been there.
We sure have.
skull back.
Oh, we can't do this. No, I mean, even if we had a fire source, we can't do this because we haven't found a Skullwood Smalky. I imagine, actually, I don't know if Ramond, because he was in the back of Skull, or in the front of Skullwoods. I don't, but when you're forced to do the drop downs in Skullwoods.
Once you shuffle
which often
those,
happens, you're just, it's.
Yeah, once you
You're just
start
risking.
shuffling, once you start shuffling those drop downs,
Yeah, exactly.
that's where it becomes troublesome.
Oh yeah, chat. Our other one of our trackers pointing out we need a sword to do the back of Skullwood. So.
You know, that's like being an ice palace and going all the way to the very bottom and getting ready to face off against Coldstare when you find out, oh right, you need a glove to lift up the rock.
Yeah, because the glove more so than hammer, because in non-entrance you need a hammer anyway. And you need the hammer, and you don't need the glove. Well, you do need the glove, but you've got it if you can get down there. Because
there's our TR right.
Yeah. Doesn't he have the big key? Maybe it was Ramond that had. No, Ramond has the big key. Okay, never mind. Let's say you could just do the platform and go across, see what's there. And West TR is. Well, again, I don't mind getting spit out of entrances as long as I don't, in a place where I can't go back, if it eliminates checks that I don't have to worry about later. So that's a boots checks that Relkin doesn't have to worry about. Oh, we found Super Bunny over on Ramon's side. Bob?
Yep, that is that K45.
And a hook shot.
Yep. K45, which means Relkin's going to see this right now.
Yeah. Has he done dig game?
He probably will do dig game first, then back around.
Well, he was in that area, so I think he might have. Okay, maybe he didn't do it. Yeah, Super Bunny is a one-way, so if you find it from the front, so you don't want to do it until you want to leave it to last as best you can.
What happened with Relkin is that he found the desert entrance there, the desert main, and then he took it to the right side, which brought him over to the the Ice Rod Cave area.
Right, and it was the glove-locked location, so he couldn't go back.
And without the hammer, but with the hook shot, this is unfortunate for Ramond. More so that he doesn't have a way to get over to get that Swamp Small. So for Ramond, this is guaranteed only 3 items and you're out of here.
Yeah, there's the big key to Turtle Rock.
Relkin's probably going, couldn't you just... Relkin probably is going, couldn't you just get me this just a few moments ago?
Right. All right. Dig game incoming?
Yep. I mean, Relkin will just avoid Kakariko Village until about the hour mark.
It sure looks that way. Oh, there's the other end of Paradox Cave. And with 4 bombs, Relkin will grab those.
Yeah, at 4 you have to grab.
At 4, no sword. I mean, hammer, is nice, bow and cane. You got weapons, but...
Yeah, he'll be happy to see this hook shot coming up here next, because when you find... Or he will not go into Super Bunny just yet. He's going to go...
Maybe he's got one more thing?
He's going to go check around the remainder of the southern side.
Okay. There's like 3 or 4 more entrances, I think.
Yep.
That he hasn't done yet.
The bomb shop, the Hype Cave entrance, the shop to the right, and Swamp Palace. Hey, there's TR front.
Well, we're gonna do one more check in Turtle Rock. See, this the way TR is segmented in a entrance mode. It just doesn't feel as bad if you clear a bunch of it for the most part, even if it's a pendant. Compass to get in his tower. I mean, if you're gonna get a compass, get the one that counts all the chests, the 27 chests in a location. Or Ice Palace. I've several times say, give me that Ice Palace compass every time, because no one can count Ice Palace.
1, 2.
Wait, did I open that one chest? Oh wait.
7.
Right, there's Laser Bridge for Ramon. He's gonna find Mimic Cave, and we'll see if he goes back into Laser Bridge.
Yeah, he will. Runners of this caliber, they're going to go into this. It's 4 items. These runners of this caliber know how to do laser skips. See how quick and smooth that was?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm terrible at that. I usually will use iframes on falls on the first and the last one, but with enough health, you can just kind of use iframes on the lasers. Although that's tricky too, because they tend to want to knock you in weird directions.
We have found Myret Swamp, apparently.
And Ramon's going to keep going, but I suspect we'll get a mirror out after Crystal Roller in his case, because he still has that Mimic Cave to check. But we'll see. He could keep going. Or he can... Okay, that was interesting. This was... they kind of did the same thing. Started to go that way and then chose not to because of this Mimic Cave.
Yeah,
I think Ramon went a little bit further.
Interested in this one, and I'm further interested in the fact that relkin decided not to go through Super Buddy, but that is a one-way connector.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a bunch of other things you want to do, then it makes sense to not do that right away.
Also, we found where Fairy Ascension goes. It goes from Kakariko Village over towards just outside of Pond on the Dark World side.
Oh, yeah.
Which will become a decision point here for relkin, because he will see 3 connectors through this route that he'll be... Which one do I check? Which one do I take? Myers Shed over here at Dark 5.
Well, and he's also got the 3 entrances on the top of the castle that he can get to. That's a fire rod. That's a nice item.
Alright, well, he probably wish he had that for when he found Turtle Rock front, but you're not going to totally complain. He'll see the Spiral Cave here. Probably groan about it just a little bit, and then be like, okay, we got to finish off these checks, pay the Kiki 100 rupees, because he still has the Eastern check, and he also still has the Sahasrara check here in the Light World check.
All right, Ramon is also going to do all the rest of the things he can do in Turtle Rock. Also does not have a small key, so cannot continue on to the front. And we know he's not going to get one. Also, a classic Crosskeys trope. We have no sword 33 minutes into the race. I do like the ability here for relkin to do the Eastern and pod checks at the same time. You don't get that all the time. It's nice to be able to take advantage of it when you can.
You mentioned the no sword at 33 minutes in. Wake me up when we get to an hour 33.
I've had, I mean, this is not epic yet. I'm saying this is normal.
Oh, yeah.
Hour 30, hour 40, hour 50, Like, what's not normal is that we got a Moon Pearl immediately. Nice work at the Canis Samaria from relkin there. There
Sword.
We go.
And Ramond there's a glove as well. All right, so we
really
now have traditional Dark World access.
Yeah, that's really nice for relkin, because, the traditional Dark World access is so much better in a lot of cases than a lot of what our connectors give us. Okay, he's gonna take one of these connectors, and it's gonna be in the light world, so probably Spiral.
The way he's walking is going to be the Elder. Or though it
No, I
could
thought
be
Spiral was down here.
Yeah, Spiral. Yeah, he's saying Spiral. I thought he was further over to the left, which is why I thought he was going to the Elder as opposed to Spiral. All right, so just a compass on the floating island, by the way.
Chat saying perfectly executed real fake flippers by Ramond. I missed it, but I did see him in the water. That's another classic one.
Yep, the fake flippers.
Yep.
Always good. We see the potion shop over at the Paradox exit.
Oh, it's a terrible place for that.
And our first bottle has been discovered here in Spiral Cave.
Ramond has a bottle from something.
All right. Our second bottle, because I think the first bottle there for Ramond came in Skull Woods, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think that's right. Relkin's is slightly more useful because his bottle has a red potion as opposed to a bee, but you know.
Me, if it's a good bee, it could kill those mini moldworms.
I have done that even without a good bee.
I'm jealous because usually my bees just kill 2 and just go off the screen.
Heck, if it saves you a couple bombs, that's still better than... And you want to get rid of it anyway for the most part, so...
I agree. Oh, Relkin here with a little bit of indecision, which... I think what he was trying to do... Or, I don't know what he was considering, but maybe... Okay, let's see. What is Relkin up to here?
Well, it's not Kakariko. It's still not Kakariko.
Skipperiko.
I mean, we haven't found much
Okay,
there.
he's checking the Elder.
Yeah. We didn't find much in Kakariko, so for the most part, this is fine. But with the hammer and a outstanding well or Ganon there, I really want to know. I really want to know. I mean, I say I'd want to know as if, you know, I was playing, but I want to know as a viewer. Relkin says no to the compass.
I'm going to guess that Relkin is probably going to get that hook shot in the next 7 minutes.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that. Yeah, chat reminding us that Ice and Swamp are at actually one of our trackers, Seriwix, reminding us that there is an Ice Palace and a Swamp Palace over at Kakariko. But I kind of mean in terms of items. We can't do anything. No, he's got Fire Rod. We can do stuff in Ice Palace. Ooh. And we can do stuff in Swamp. In fact, between the runners, we can clear Swamp. Except for the big chest. But each missing key components to that. Ooh, chicken hut. Okay, just a heart piece. Okay, we know Relkin's been up in this area before, but I'm not sure what he has left to check. Yeah, I mean, as chat says, we could beat Ice. Ah, yes, the TR. Oh boy, silvers. So... You have to go by pod to get the first bow because of where the dam is. And then the second bow is behind the first bow on the right side because of where the cane is. Although I guess with hookshot you get that.
Did we just get simultaneous silver arrows?
Apparently.
Crazy stuff. All right, let's see how much longer Relkin avoids Kakariko Village.
Looks like this
Looks
is gonna be it right now. I'll assume he's checked those. I think he did with the mirror earlier. Okay, now is the moment of truth. Are we climbing GT for a Ganon, or are we considering climbing GT for 5 items at the well? It is a Ganon.
Yep, it's a Ganon.
Yeah, this is the outcome I prefer. If it'd been like, you know, useless fairy left over versus a Ganon climb, then it's like whatever. But I want to be able to get these 5 items. There's Thieves Town Big.
That's one you're gonna want. Maybe.
I want to say the small key is in this area too, so this could be a Thieves Town clear for Relkin relatively soon. So I know Ramon's had that small key to Thieves Town for a while. There's Ice Palace. There was I think there was a bit of a hesitation maybe. With a decent amount of magic backup, this actually wouldn't be bad. Like half magic or a bottle or a blue, I should say, blue or green. Because honestly, Fire Rod, full-on Fire Rod Cold Stare is not bad. But you don't really have a good backup. You have your hammer and your fighter sword. So if the fight goes wrong, it's kind of slow. And right now, I believe he's got a red potion, so. And I also think doing a bad Ice Palace early without a big key, not often that great.
I mean, you're right in that regards, because how many times have we had a seed where you have to, at a later time, guess what? You got to go back in and get that chest, because now you're going to go ahead and last locate your go mode item.
I mean, you and I played a daily race that was like that, and I think you had another one right after.
Yes. Why do you think I'm so salty?
All right, look, Ramon thinking about doing Misery Mire because he does have that hook shot, but right now there's only, let's see, he doesn't have the big key, so for him it's just 4 items and a lot of walking. Very expensive bombs on the bottle fender, but Relkin's got plenty of money now.
And now back into GT with his stuff to do. The left side is Ramond.
Also, really nice to have silver arrows here. I mean, how many times have you gone in here with just a fighter sword and you have the fighter sword Armos fight, or the chat's favorite and my least favorite boomerang fight, which doesn't happen a lot but can happen.
Relkin saying no to Swamp, which
that's good because we know where the hookshot is.
Yeah, knowing where the hookshot is, it's definitely good for him.
Funny enough, if you don't have, if it were me, and I didn't have the small key, I would do the first chest. But without the hookshot, you know, you go do the first chest, and with the small key, it just kind of sucks you in. He's gonna do the bad Ice Palace. I mean, this could become problematic if we don't get some magic drops.
Nice backup stretch there for Relkin.
Ah, yes. Looking for that progression, that official progression item for Turtle Rock. There's a shield behind 4 small keys in GT. So it's going to be Cape or Cane somewhere.
True, and that is actually a point that I was not even thinking about, because that does mean that the Cane Aberna or the magic cape's going to be out there somewhere that we haven't seen just yet.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about this. I mean, Relkin's execution, I'm not worried about in terms of the cold stare fight. I'm worried about having 8 shots with the fire rod when you go in. So, I mean, there's like, what, 5 small pots of magic. So as long as you have like 3/8 before you get to the bottom, you'll be fine.
Relkin just needs a sword upgrade and...
Yes, a sword upgrade, then you only need half your magic if you could do the sword beam dupes. Or a bombos would make it easier, because then you can just... Oh, see, yeah, grab that magic. See, we're getting close. Oh, he has blue goo. Okay, thank you, Allison. I knew he had the red. I didn't realize he had the blue. Oh, wait, he's got 1 bottle. Okay, so I thought it was red, but we'll see.
It was red, so he must have done something to make it blue, like maybe perhaps... Did he trade it in at a ferry?
Oh, that could be. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Allison's saying trade red for blue. Thank you.
Oh, he went to the potion shop.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I knew he'd found the potion shop. I didn't realize he had done the bottle thing. Yeah, this early,
right,
I think
was
that's really smart. Yeah, because he was just up there. I'm a big fan of buying your potions when you're there, because, especially when the potion shop is in a really awful spot.
I've seen worse.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We've all seen worse. GT potion shop, anyone?
Ugh. Whew. Yeah. All right, Ramon's going to find out that this is the well and that Ganon's vanilla.
Based on the way he's walking there, it almost feels like he already knew that this was what it is. And obviously we were more focused on what was going on Relkin's side that we missed it.
Yeah, big key to Thieves Town, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting confirmed by chat that we have already seen the well.
Yeah, we saw it
on side.
Oh, he scouted it. Yeah, it's so natural to watch the person that goes through all the connectors.
Speaking of connectors,
small key on cold stare. Oh! To this dungeon. Well, I mean, you don't need small keys to you need 1 small key logically in ice.
It does tell you that the Canis Samaria was required to beat that dungeon.
Canis Samaria was required, yes.
Oh. I think Relkin was just a little too early on that first toot.
Mm-hmm. And now you hope if you're Relkin, you hope you never see the ice big key.
Small to Meyer. Small to GT.
Technically, we need those. Technically, we need those GT smalls.
And there's the first sword.
All right,
so
each Runners has the sword.
Yep, that will be the Master Sword for Relkin when he gets to Hookshot Cave, and that will be when Ramond gets to
Mini Moldorm.
The Mini Moldorm Cave at the pod entrance. That will be his Master Sword.
Ramond finding the bad Ice Rod Cave behind the hammer in Village. Yeah, I guess that tavern doesn't want anybody to get to it because you need a lot of things to get there.
Yeah, right. I don't know how this is productive for business.
All right, Ramon's going to go ahead and do Swamp Palace. Looks like we have the big key, so he can full clear this.
Yep, you can get everything here. This could be a dungeon that we need to do. It could have a small key to Turtle Rock.
We really don't need. Because we're able to full clear all of Turtle Rock without it, and we don't really want to full clear it anyway.
But sometimes game says no.
Game likes to say no. I like Allison is praying for no swords in swamp.
And just as a formal reminder to everyone who is watching, Specky Clip is not allowed at this point in time in the Crosskeys tournament. One of the last,
I believe
forms that will be disallowing it.
Yeah, my understanding, and Allison, you can correct me if I'm wrong, was that they took a vote from the people in the round of 16, that got to brackets as to whether it would become allowed when it got officially allowed. And I believe they voted no, so.
Yeah. And what I should clarify is that it is one of the last tournaments to not allow it, because League is currently allowing it, and there's other things that do allow it at this point in time. So as a result, Crosskeys will be referring to, hey, you still got to flood the waters there and use that key.
Ugh, Spike Cave. A doable Spike Cave, but, well, no, that's not a do. It's doable if Relkin had a potion or a fairy or something. Which
he swallowed in order to maintain his ability to finish off.
I mean, I'd say
Ice
that's
Palace.
A bit more important than an early check of an autologic check of Spike Cave. With 14 hearts, you can do it without any magic help.
Oh, this is going to be unfortunate. This is going to be unfortunate for Relkin. This is going to be really the first time where his route hasn't paid off for him. He's going into swamp without the hook shot.
Yeah, because he didn't do Super Bunny Cave, which is where the hook shot is.
We're just checking the first item.
Just check the. I might have gone 2 items, but I like the play of just doing a quick item or 2. And good point. Yeah, we know that remember the swamp small key is hook locked in GT.
Tracy, I'm lucky I'm remembering what happened to me 15 minutes ago.
I know what you mean.
I'm lucky I remember what happens to me in a run 5 minutes ago, as opposed to what happened in the Staffos room to GT.
Yeah, I know, right? Hyrule Castle. I don't think we've seen the front checks yet.
We've seen nothing of this, except this entrance.
I feel like Ramon's maybe seen this entrance and just
he's seen the entrance, but he didn't do anything in it.
Yeah. Okay. So looks like left side swamp. I'm not seeing any anyone going nuts in chat, so I don't think we saw anything. Oh God.
That's an oh God?
We've already been in the mountain area, in the ether tablet area. I don't want to go back. Do you?
I don't want to go back, but sometimes
not so bad
game doesn't really care what I have to think.
Right? I mean, it's not so bad for Bombo's tablet. I'm not sure.
I didn't want to climb GT earlier today, but the game said, no, you have to climb.
Oh, I love the way that boomerang just sits there twirling during the opening of the chest. That's fun. Oh God, 5 pod smalls? Yeah. We could do pod. A lot of it's even in logic.
This is the only time you want to see the phrase, this is the big key to this dungeon.
I agree. Alright, meanwhile, Ramond doing sword spins, double sword spins with the fighter sword.
I will be mortified if they ever find a way to put that key out in the wild.
Oh god, I mean, there are modes that do that, like when you enemy drop and pot shuffle for keys.
Anyways, Swamp was a crystal, and Ramon's on the board. 1 crystal.
Yeah, I don't think we got anything out of it, but
Shovel.
oh, we got okay. I don't think we got anything out of it.
Shovel.
To be determined.
Not enough information exists about the power of the Swamp Palace just yet.
But you know, the one thing that feels really bad is when you full clear a slow dungeon, get nothing, and then it's a pendant. Oh, we found a connector. Yeah, I love connectors to here. You just never have to think about it again until there's an actual dungeon that you can't clear the first time.
Hey, look, Dark Shopping Mall. Again. Yay, big cute skull. Whoop-de-doo.
I mean, for Relkin, that's not bad because you haven't done the front of Skullwoods yet. But for Ramond, who's been there already, you really don't want to see it.
When you talk about big keys you don't want to see, that's usually one of them.
Oh, it's a fetch quest for sure. It's the shovel again, you know.
Hey, there's one of our forced connectors. Forced exits.
The most useless of them.
The game has, what, like 5 forced exits?
Let's see. That one, Floating Island, somewhere on TR Bridge, Bumper Ledge, and Turtle Rock.
The Turtle Rock Laser Bridge exit, yeah.
I count 5. I think Relkin's going to go ahead and do Dark Cross here, especially with the Fire Rod. There's really no reason not to.
Saber UX pointing out that Ramond was unable to get to Blind's Hut because he has not gotten that glove out of the mini Moldorm cave yet.
Ooh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Although, maybe it's not, because what did we get out of that? A Skullwood's big key that, you know, to be determined.
I mean, Alazun is giving me grief because I called it useless. And just for that, the game's going to put the boots in the big chest. Just to spite me. Just to spite me.
So Relkin doing a play that I like to do, which is try and hold off on Skullwoods until I have both Fire Rod and the big key. So he's never going to have to come back here unless there's like a dungeon at the Fire Rod locked location that he can't clear.
Let's see. What dungeons haven't we seen?
Hera, Back at Desert.
Hera and Eastern.
No, have we? Yeah, Hera Eastern. Have we seen Back at Desert? I want to say we might have. But Back at Desert looks a lot like the right and left entrances, and you know when you look at it quickly. Oh, did we get the? Oh, this was the Bad Woods, wasn't it?
Yep, this was Soft Lock Woods.
Oh, that's a good drop down.
Wall Kick's giving us some information, which is being backed up by Amazing Ampharos and Chad. Apparently, if the connector is the one that pops you on the TR right exit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get out a connector and it takes you to the TR left, the right one will always be a connector.
Oh, yeah. Okay. See, I was thinking that something like that. I think I had it maybe backwards. Right, because you have to have a way to mirror... No, okay.
You have to have a way to mirror to Mimic Cave.
Right. Relkin has a small key already. He's choosing not to get the guaranteed small key. I like to have 2 small keys when I go to the back of Skullwoods. But, you know, it's like, you know, pick your poison. Do you want to open that chest or do you want to kill a Gypto? Not a really big deal. Okay, red potion's not terrible. There wasn't much else there. Oh, we got book. We're gonna get pet check.
All right, well, let's see. What fun stuff do we have going for us here? Oh, gosh.
Okay, that is one of the worst things you could find. You know, fungi and can you dig it? Also up there.
Do you want to fetch quests on your pedestal?
Never, ever.
Even if it's like a big key to just one check.
No, don't do it to me, game.
Okay, we'll do it to you then.
I mean,
Because this game does not care.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Hey, here is a crystal. We're gonna have to find it somewhere. And apparently Ramond's got a cape. I don't know where Ramond got the cape, but
I don't
Ramond
know.
has cape.
Okay. Let's say, yeah, that cape is good because that lets him check all 3 of those entrances.
Might have been the Argus drop.
Mm.
Which then in that case, that's hammer block, so that's Cana Burna somewhere. Cana Burna is somewhere.
Can it burn is somewhere not behind the hammer.
Yeah.
Alright, this makes sense for Relkin. He's got all the things for Thieves Town now to do this dungeon. We don't know if this is a pendant or crystal, though. So we'll find out.
Super Bunny led to the checkerboard cave.
Okay.
The front entrance was located at Cave 45. The back entrance is at checkerboard.
You're only gonna... Yeah, so you're not gonna be able to get the backdoor Super Bunny cave. Well, no. I mean, maybe you could.
Unless you get the bits.
Myths show up and you get it that way. And we're starting to run out of locations. So I'm guessing myths probably required. Now we could get more locations from Boots. I think there's at least 3 more Boots locations. One of them was a connector that we came out of.
There is the Fire Rod for Ramond.
Ramond.
Which, by the way, right side GT still exists.
Sure does. And Ramond has already done left side GT, so I imagine he might get back there sooner. They do need enough keys to climb, and the problem with going right side first is you end up using up 3 keys potentially in the basement. So if you could go left side first, you're better off. If you go right side all the way to the back, I should say.
Well, according to our tracker, what, we have 3 GT smalls already for Ramond.
Well, I mean, in his case, it just doesn't matter because he's already done the left side. Where are we at? It looks like Relkin just has the 1.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. This will be the glove and the master sword. The first of these runners to actually get above the fighter sword.
Yay.
And a save and quit there from Ramond, and he will be heading back to the home, and I guess we'll see where he chooses to go to next.
Hey, we can find out again that Turtle Rock's a pendant, because we just got the Turtle Rock map.
I'm not convinced. Sahasrara might be lying to us.
We're gonna start putting false hints in this game like they do in Z1R. Like, please no.
No, please. I don't want to find a Triforce piece in level 10.
Alright, kind of low health to go into the blind fight, but as long as Relkin stays on script, he'll be fine. Also, that red shield actually, low-key, is really good for blind.
All right. Let's see how much of the script we have.
Oh, we already got through the first round, which, you know, if you get through the first round, like, even if you can just get through the first round, it just makes a huge difference. But so far, we're staying on it for the whole thing, which I would expect from Relkin.
Pretty solid job right there. For a heart container and a crystal. So we
is
do
a
need
crystal.
to do Beach Town. And also, according to Ramon's side, we have Eastern and Desert as crystals. Which then means Pod and Meyer will be the other two pendants if that's correct.
Because of course we have a big key to Pod and we have a big key to Meyer. And we have 5 small keys to Pod. So why wouldn't it be?
Because Pod has our boots that gets us
I know, right?
Hera entrance.
Oh hey, we're simultaneously doing Back of Skull Woods.
I think we're now getting into that just do dungeons portion of this program.
Yeah.
So we've kind of moved our way into the third quarter of this race. Like, the first quarter is the feeling out, the second quarter is discovering your entrances, finding where things are. Now we're really just starting to get to our dungeons.
Yeah, I think that's where I fail a lot, is I don't switch to dungeon clearing mode soon enough sometimes.
And then the fourth quarter is when we're in go mode.
Oh god, what's that go -1 item that I have to check for 30 minutes for?
That was me and the Meyer big key earlier.
Ugh.
But they both wound up surviving the fight, which is the big thing right there.
That's the most important thing.
Allison just doesn't understand why people don't find their go mode item in the first crystal boss.
Yeah, teach me how to do that, Allison. I'd love to learn.
Watch the semifinals. Allison will show us how to do so in the semifinals, which, by the way, the winner of this gets to face Allison in the semifinals. Good segue. And there's Relkin getting some news right there as well. And there's the confirmation that Meyer is a pendant.
Mm-hmm.
And because he already has the TR, that means Relkin has... Ooh!
Oh, we need a sword to get that. Oh, that's important. Okay,
if only we had a hook shot. If only we had a hook shot.
So, for those of you that might have missed it, Ganon is vanilla today, so we do need that big key, hard required. I'm trying to think. Okay, we haven't done these middle drops.
Yeah, we just saw from Ramond, though, that was just a fairy fountain. Relkin did check that one below it.
Yeah, right, because you can do that. Yeah, because you can do that from the Dark World with the mirror. Oh, boy.
Right.
Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, Pyramid Fairy, depending on its location, depending on the Big Bomb location, can potentially require the flute, as it does in this case. I don't think Relkin's done any of those entrances over there, so he's gonna be able to combine them all at once.
He obviously...
Except for one. Except for the one that he can't get into, because he doesn't have a sword or a cape.
Right, he doesn't have that, which looked like to be the Spec Rock top.
Maybe he'll find a sword in the bomb entrance.
Maybe that's Hera.
We have 2 swords missing, so...
Maybe that's Eastern. We still haven't found either of those.
Yeah, and they're both clearable. Tower Harry, you'd be leaving the basement behind, which, you know, we hope just never to find that small key. That's the worst key in the game. That is the worst key in the game, the small key to Hera.
It doesn't exist. And it is Sick Kid. Sick
It
Kid.
is an item. You gonna bail us out? No, but it might be something important. Yeah,
Key
we
the desert. We need that.
We need that.
Pyramid bomb required.
So what's in the desert big chest? Because we're, again, still running out of places to go.
20 rupees. Bomb shop is on the eastern side of Death Mountain. Ramond, once he finally gets into Ice Palace, will have easy-ish access, maybe. I don't know. Well, he's still got to get the flute. Where was the... flute was in Ice Palace. Never mind.
Yes.
Ice Palace was in the Icebreaker chest. Once upon a time, we used to call that the Big Key chest.
Big Key I mean, it still is, but, you know, it's become a thing to name rooms after strats instead of what the items are. Which becomes interesting when I do co-ops with people that know which ones have the maps and which ones have the compass. Like, which one's that? I know all the big key locations, at least.
Bag of Escape was useless.
Gosh, we haven't done that yet? I mean, okay, we just got a glove, but Relkin's had the glove for a while, so he could have done it.
I mean, Relkin knows where Super Bunny is, and he could have had a hookshot for a while, but hasn't done that either.
Yeah, I love we got the hour 12 potion shop check. I mean, it is a sphere 1 location. I laugh at it because probably the most common opener in Crosskeys is that one that you fake flipper over here, check the potion shop, and then go do your fool hand for money.
You always feel bad when that winds up having a 5-item location, and one of them is something that you really wanted, like a hammer.
I mean, I just feel bad if there's anything good there, because I don't do that opener.
And we've all been there.
My favorite is when I get there, it's something that you couldn't possibly have gotten at the beginning of the game. Hey, now Laserbirds in logic.
There's our logic. There's our logical hammer.
Oh, hi,
Eastern.
Okay, we can do Eastern. I mean, it kind of sucks we don't get to do this with boots, but, it's 6 items and clearable, so yay. It's always nice to find Eastern Palace when you can actually full clear it. Yeah, finding Hera for no mode, that's right. Oh, hi, Boots. Never mind. We got Boots now. This is much better.
Imagine swimming.
Well, now we have 3 new entrances we can check. Maybe the mids aren't required. Ramond goes and finds this Blind's hut, which kind of an awful... Oh, hey, we get a sword in Eastern. If I remember correctly, the only thing here is the Skullwood's big key, which we know is nothing from Relkin having gone there. So hopefully Ramond doesn't follow that Skullwood's big key anytime soon. So far, first 2 checks in Eastern, pretty darn good for Relkin.
I'm going to make a statement here. We are... Relkin doesn't know it, but if he gets mitts, he will be pretty much in item go mode, because he'll get the hook shot pretty easily when he heads over towards the Mire area.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And noting that first item in Hyrule Castle, by the way, was required.
Oh yeah, that was the book.
That was the book, which you need to get the GT big.
So Ramond, unfortunately, has not checked that yet.
And P.S., that also means the desert entrance is accessible to us, which we haven't checked yet. I know people like to group that together with the trip over towards the Mire area.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ramon's also going to find Eastern Palace relatively soon here, so he'll get his boots too. So it's nice to not have a huge difference for boots pickups.
I agree with you on that one, because there's nothing like a race where one person finds the boots 20 minutes in, the other person gets the boots an hour and 40 in, and gee, I wonder why they lost by 20 minutes.
Right, yeah, exactly. Oh, we haven't seen
yeah,
these
now that we...
Ramond.
Well, yeah, while we have logic now.
Have we not seen Speck Rock Cave? Because that was Speck Rock Cave.
We saw the Speck Rock top, and Ramond knows that it's a map on the other side.
Which he has full map knowledge, so definitely doesn't need to get that map. And a completely useless map on Relkin's side, because Ganon's tower map doesn't tell you anything.
Maybe we need to beat it. Oh wait, we already know we need to beat it. All right, Ramond's going to be walking for only 3 more seconds. And shaking the head all the way.
And doesn't realize that he only got it, like, a few minutes after Relkin
did. Because he's thinking, oh gosh, this is a case from Relkin's had this probably for an hour. You're sitting there because of how early those flippers were.
Either one of them could have followed those flippers to this area and gotten those boots a lot earlier. And that's Tempered Sword for Ramond, because he's got that other... Where was that first sword for Ramond? I'm trying to remember. Oh, right, Hookshot Cave. Hookshot Cave.
Oh, there's our other CT key. Not that it really means anything.
And Pact of Escape for Relkin. I knew he hadn't done this.
I do like the comment from Alizon saying, Ramon's worried about a T, but he should be worried about a K. He thinks the boot is the problem, but turns out it's the book.
That's right. And that's why late book. I mean, and by late book, I mean finding the book after you were in the tablet areas is an awful thing, because it's, going up there just for one check, especially when you're looking for entrances and you found, you don't have to worry, and there are no more entrances to check over there. It's hard to get yourself to do that.
And the big thing is Relkin knows the GT Big Key is there.
Yes.
As far as Ramond's concerned, Big GT Big Key could be anywhere.
Yeah, I think when Relkin decides he wants to go do whatever he's going to do in GT, whether it be just climb or whether it be even if he's just going to the right or left side, he'll get that big key before that happens. I don't think he's done any. I mean, he's just done like the Hope Room and the torch check. He did the Stalfos room check because he sequence broke that. Yeah, we are going to get Bombo's tablet, and Mark's going to be able to get the item here. It's kind of funny, because if the item is good, this is faster than scouting it. But if the item is bad, it's actually faster to scout it without the Master Sword.
It's just 10 arrows, though.
See, if you're Relkin, you're like, why couldn't those have been flipped? I never have to go back to the mountain for the arrows, and, I just would have... I'd have the GT Big Key right now. The game hates us. This could end with Super Bunny for Relkin, though. So he might get that hook shot soon.
I think we're still a little ways off. Well, maybe. I don't know. Actually, yeah. I don't see him going into Mire. It's a pendant, but that's where he's heading. Yeah, he's going to Mire.
Well, this is interesting. I mean, we could still need mitts. They could be in here. If there's nothing here, Ramond can avoid this, then it's going to be a ton of time back for Ramond. This is easy enough to get back to that I feel like doing a quick Super Bunny is better.
Yeah, and it's possibility that he did check it off in his mind.
That's possible, yeah. And you think about it,
Because one thing is, Tracy, Crosskeys is, and as you know this, Crosskeys can be very taxing on the brain. You find an entrance, you want to mark it down, but you're trying to do two other things, so maybe you just don't mark it down, or you just write it off.
Let's see, do we even have... I know we... Okay, he's got 2 small keys showing... No, right. Wait. No, he's got no small keys.
Yeah, no, neither of these runners have found a small key to Swamp. Or not Swamp, Mire.
Mire. So, do you do cutscene here? Well, we at least do Compass Room, because that's relatively quick.
Oh, okay, so now Swamp is absolutely useless.
Mire is at Swamp. And, Mires and Swamps are kind of the same thing. Okay, we are doing it.
So Swamp Shovel ledge nothing.
Well, so we got a crystal out of it, and that's it. Okay. Moving on. I mean, at this rate, the one nice thing for Relkin, he should get a go mode Swamp Palace as long as he... Well, because he knows to stay out of there. He knows the hookshot can't be there. So the worst thing he could find here?
What's the worst thing to find?
An ice rod. Go finish up Turtle Rock, anyone? Go finish up a pod for Ped?
I mean, Relkin knows...
Oh, he knows it's nothing. That's true.
Well, wait.
Wait.
It's a fun guy. It's a fun guy.
Oh, right. It's not dead. It's so not dead. With an awful magic shop location on top of that, Yeah, and Allison pointing out that the mushroom might be a good reason to go ahead and just full clear this and not worry about those small keys.
Nothing over there on the compass room of GT.
Yeah, hopefully for Ramon's sake, there's nothing in the GT big chest, because he's never going there.
Leaving.
Okay, we're not finishing the dungeon, which, like you said, yeah, he knows what's on Ped. Yeah, I could see waiting until...
Okay, this is Super Bunny.
Okay, he's going to get that hook shot, and is now going to know that he's in entrance mode, but, like...
I really wish we had a camera on Relkin's face right now, because I would love to see what his reaction is when he gets that hook shot.
Yep, he was in this cave, what, like an hour-ish ago? Maybe a little, well, probably a little less, but... I mean, one of the reasons why I want to prioritize this particular check is he isn't a connector and you don't have the flute, you're just done. You save and quit. There's no getting out.
And it is
one
an
item.
Dave. Oh, it's the big... Oh, no!
Oh, gosh, no.
Nits and big chest dice, anyone?
Oh, no. That's just mean. Don't do it.
The seed does not care, Tracy.
No, it doesn't. Well, the seed likes to be mean. I think this might check
does not care, Tracy.
Have we checked the Bonk Rocks in King's Tomb?
I don't think we checked the King's Tomb. I don't think we checked Bonk Rocks. I don't have it listed as checked yet.
Okay. I say that because Relkin just needs a hair entrance.
But right now, he's getting that GT big.
Yes, that's a good call on his part.
And this was the big piece of information that Relkin knows over Ramond. Does he flute to 6? Is he going there, or is he... Okay, this might be...
I mean, this is Swamp. This has got to be Swamp, right? Swamp's
He's
in...
checking Quarterling Brothers Connector, which...
I mean, if he... Where's
Okay.
Hookshot Cave? Because that's another... I would think Swamp or Hookshot Cave. Follow that.
This is Hookshot Cave.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's Bonk Rocks. Okay.
Oh, yeah, this is Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb.
Or not.
Relkin, please.
Desert Big Chest? Okay, Desert Big Chest.
Okay, Desert Big Chest is a thing. Or just Desert Back. This is the Desert Back. We did see this. See, I'm telling you, that first room looks enough like the east side and the west side. If you don't look it square on, you can mess it up which one it is. Yeah, well, and doing this check in particular, it's one you have to do. It's got an item, so maybe it's your mitts. Whereas Swamp, yes, it's got 10 items, but gosh, do you do left side Swamp in this situation? You don't want to. Nobody ever wants to do it. And I think we're getting a new check from Ramond over here on the Turtle Rock fire locked area. Okay, hi Powder. Turtle Rock small key and another pod small. So that's 6 pod smalls. That's all 6 pod smalls.
All right, now we're going to check the Desert Big. Or not. Never mind. Relkin just does what Relkin does.
He's got other ideas.
He's got Swamp Palace on his
Yeah, I mean, this makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll see if he full clears it, but...
Like, I feel like Relkin does things to... just do things, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Now, have we seen the... We've seen... Here's a Spec Rock Cave for Ramond. Have we seen where this spits out?
No, and it probably at this point spits us out at TR Laser Bridge.
Oh, we have not seen that location yet. And we are running out of connectors.
Yep, there it is.
We called it. And for one of the last times, we're going to see the water fill up in this room. This is pod for Ramond. I mean, if this is mitts, and Relkin full clear Swamp, the race just got a lot tighter. Assuming the mitts are required. Which we still have a couple of boots checks outstanding before we can declare mitts required. Do we have any connectors that we haven't seen?
I can't think of any at this point.
Yeah, the reason I ask is, you know, the mitts are such a weird item in Crosskeys, right? The only things they hard lock...
Wait. Has somebody taken Bumper Cave to the top?
I thought Ramond did.
If that is the case, then yes, we don't need to worry about that, but
okay.
That's the only one I could think of at this point.
I don't think Relkin's taken it.
Yeah, Wallkicks confirms that we have seen it.
Okay. Thank you, Wallkicks. But yeah, the mitts are such a weird item. They hard lock Smiths and Purple Chest. And all the locations that they lock are often gettable. Either they're connectors and you just see them, or it's like the Misery Mire area where it's a bunch of caves, but if you have a connector there, you don't have to ever find the mitts. And you know, when the mitts become that super fetch quest, what was that? That was the ice rod. No, that's terrible. That's a terrible find for
Oh, great. We haven't found the lamp yet.
I mean, at this point, do you care? I
Well,
mean,
no,
it's a nice to
but
have, but yeah, it's funny.
there's a GT small.
Yeah, we
So
technically,
technically
need one of those.
required.
But yeah, to get back to my thoughts of the mitts, is that sometimes they just open nothing. I had a seed once where
Mitts!
there's mitts. There we go. Now oh gosh, that was a 6-key lock mitts. Oh my god.
Yep, that's why the seed gave you the 6. If Hera is where it is,
I think Hera's behind those mitts, and
there's confirmation
we
in the
still
cape
have a
right
race.
there. So, as far as the mitts are concerned, I think it's only 3 guaranteed entrances that the mitts do lock normally, plus the breadsmiths.
So
you Hammer Peg's GTR entrance and Ice Palace entrance.
I mean, and all those entrances could be connectors as well. Like you could be connectors. So in this case, though, you still Hyrule Castle small key. We still have that Mire area is lucrative if you don't have a connector there.
All right,
and that's exactly where I go next.
Finally checking Bonk Rocks, Tracy.
If this is Hera, though, those mitts are a big red herring. That is not Hera. We got one
Hotel
more
Mario.
chance.
Welcome wins the race.
Interesting that Ramond is prioritizing these locations rather than the Mire area, but then he might be thinking that there might, could be thinking still a connector that he hasn't found. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's trying to press his advantage at this stage. What Ramond needs to do at this point is get into ice. Get that flute.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get simultaneous. We're gonna get simultaneous King's Tombs right now, friends.
I like this. We got one from the Dark World and one from the Light World, and it is an item.
It's bottle.
Bottle. Okay. And it doesn't even have anything in it, so it's like pretty much a useless bottle. Actually, I'm going to call it a completely useless bottle, because when is anyone ever going back to that potion shop with the mushroom on pedestal? There's nothing left that can be there that we care about. Like, I mean, this is it's kind of no-ish mode, I'm going to say, because, like, we're out of non-mitts checks for Hera to be, and the runners between them have the items.
I don't think Relkin meant to read that sign.
I saw something about hammer and pod, but... Oh, this is where we saw the other side. Okay. I mean, that could take you to the Mire area, but that would not be the logical way of getting to the Mire area. And the nice thing for Relkin there is he doesn't have to worry about the that entrance anymore. So, Ramond going back to the Dark World, but could choose to mirror for Ice Palace here. And there's that bumper cave we were talking about.
Yeah, Ramond is pressing heavily. The mitts checks.
Oh, well,
okay, that's where
useless.
Bumper came out.
I mean, it would have been great for Relkin if he had done that before picking up the GT Big Key, because then he could just go get it now, but... Oh, right. Dark connectors without a lamp. I hate doing these so much.
Yeah, this is Death Mountain Descension. I'm just amazed at the hour 35 mark that we still have yet to find the lamp. Okay, it's here.
That's useless. I mean, that's one less entrance you need to worry about, but yeah. Where even could it... Oh, it's probably GT right side or GT climb?
Yep, he's going to the GT at this point. Hera is at hammer pegs.
Okay, mitts required. And Relkin's just gonna climb, which, it's the thing you have to do anyway, so you just do it.
And he might choose afterwards to mirror and then transfer himself back to pod.
Oh yeah, could do that.
Pod is located at the Mimic Cave.
Yep, Relkin found it like 2 minutes in. He took a connector immediately to the. There's a connector at Hyrule Castle that he took immediately to the TR bridge and mirrored.
Yeah,
and
the
there
paradox.
wasn't much he could do at the time, but we now know pod's important.
Well, it was
So
important for two reasons. The Cane of Samaria, which
Yep.
technically you needed to beat Ice Palace.
Yep, and technically was a double dip because the bows were behind it and the dam that was also on TR Bridge. Well, at Spiral Cave actually. So interestingly enough, when Relkin gets his mitts out of pod, with the flute, which now we know is not required, probably goes for the density of the Mire Desert area. So maybe a little bit later to get into the Tower of Hera than Ramond was. I'm gonna get a spike cave check for Ramond.
Yeah, at this point, Ramond still needs to go into ice because we know that flute's going to be needed.
Wait,
Still needs to go.
Does he need it?
Yeah, because he needs it to get the pyramid bomb.
Oh god, yeah, that's right. Totally forgot about that desert big key in Pyramid Fairy. So he does need the flute. Oh.
So he needs to go to Ice Palace to get the flute
Yeah.
out of there. Plus, that's part of the 5-6, which gets you the pyramid bomb,
Yes.
which will get you the desert big. Now
Okay,
he
he's
finally
doing
is
that
going
now.
in there. But he also needs to go into Hyrule Castle.
Get the book, because he's done
To
the
get the book.
connectors of Hyrule Castle, but he hasn't gone down to Zelda so.
And he has zero idea that that's what's going to get him the GT big.
And he's got the sewers key, so there's that whole area is in logic. But that first, I believe the book was in the first chest, which you don't need the key for that. Oh, hey, there's a Misery Mire small key.
Mire Smalls do exist. I mean, we saw two of them from Ramond, but there's the third. I'm just waiting for Moldorm 2 at this point to have the lamp.
I mean, it could. Ah,
Moldorm 1, Relkin 0.
at least this is Crosskeys, but I always find it feels bad when you get up tier and you don't have a tempered sword for Moldorm. We're also going to get the big chest out of... no, he doesn't have the big key. I forget where that... Yeah, that Ice Palace big key was in a dumb spot anyway.
Yeah, it was.
I forget where, I just remember it was dumb. Just a heart piece.
Oh. Ramond does have the lamp. It was in the Hera bit. Wow, that's disgusting.
It was
The
a
Hera
Hera?
Big, which was located at the Hammer Peg. So you had to go into Pod to get to Harmless Hellway to get the mitts.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, this game's dumb sometimes.
Okay, so Relkin's not getting that. Because Relkin's gonna just Hera pot up to the top of Hera and never check anything else once he finds it. But, he's got silvers, so Torch Glitch not a big deal. I mean, I personally prefer to have Torch Glitch with a Master Sword Silvers fight, but it's not like a deal breaker, so...
And Relkin's going to get half magic, by the way.
Oh, right. Cool.
Because that's in the Pod Bridge. The lobby there.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna mirror. And are we floating away or are we jumping down? No, we're floating
away. Okay.
I mean, this could be go back to GT and do the basement stuff. Yeah, in fact, I think that's exactly
go back into GT and do the basement stuff. So this will buy Ramond a little bit of time, but Ramond has Galaxy Brain in him, this is the time for him to figure this one out because he's running out of precious time. Because this is not an easy thing to figure out when you're here with the pressure at an hour 42 in.
So is there anything that Relkin can find here other than a sword that would be of any use? We haven't seen the right side yet. We saw the left side. I don't recall much of anything.
We did see the right side from Ramond not too long ago. There's nothing over here.
Okay.
And Ramon's going into the castle. He's going to get the book.
Oh, that's the thing he needs. That is a thing. Probably get his. I mean, I wouldn't surprise me if he follows the book right away. Get him his GT big key. Probably climbs before getting that desert big though.
Yep, there's the book. So Ramond doesn't know it, but he needs that book.
Okay, so there is one location that we haven't seen in GT, and that is the big chest. We will see that on Relkin's side. He's okay. Yeah, we need. Yeah, you can't not gonna. He only has the one. Let's see. What has he got listed? 2. No, he's just got the one. So he's gonna abandon that is the right play. Skip Firebar room. That is 4 key locked, and one item.
And you need the one key to get through this next door here.
There's a pod small.
And this really should be tightening up Relkin's senses to get back into pod.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, we're gonna get Ramon's gonna do Dark Cross, which for him is in logic because he's got that lamp.
Yeah, and we know that was just 10.
And yeah, that does give Relkin 5 small keys, which makes it full clearable, even if it's not in logic. And the stuff that he wants, the thing he wants, is not even behind. I think it's behind 4 keys, but I think it was in the back, but it wasn't in one of the 6 key lock spots. Was it? I don't remember.
No, the mitts are in Harmless Hellways.
Oh, that is absolutely 6 key locked. So
yep,
that's fun. Yeah, I remember even saying that. Like, and in this mode, I was about to say, you could always get the 6 key there, but not in this mode. We did change things this year. Every location needs to be accessible, so we can't actually have a pod key behind 6 pod keys, which I guess technically is 5, but.
All right, Relkin's going to be fluting. Is this going to be the flute to 4? Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is. I mean, what else does he have at this point?
So this will be the last piece of the puzzle for Relkin, but the question is, and yep, here goes Ramond to finish off Turtle Rock. So at this point,
he now, like, for him, that mushroom on the pedestal kind of probably makes him want to full clear this more.
It is a red herring, and as such, I think at this point, there's really nothing much that Ramond can do at this point. Relkin is going to get the mitts, and he's got a lot of time to find this Hera. Even if he lasts.
Yeah, I mean, because he could last location, because the worst spot the mitts open up is a TR entrance, but we've seen that from a connector. So most likely the first thing you do here is just go do the Mire Desert area, which we know is, well, we don't know what's there, but it's not what we're looking for. Yeah, and then it's kind of a choice between Then it becomes a choice between Hammer Pegs and
and there's the mirror right there.
And Ice Pals, frankly, is a little bit quicker. So yeah, he might last location that Hammer Pegs, but Ramond has too many things to do.
Interesting.
He probably turns in this green pendant. Maybe goes back to Myra.
Technically, we needed that ice rod.
What was there? Was it
Ice Small?
Ice Small? Oh yeah, because the first Ice Small key was locked by Cold Stare.
Yep. So technically, we needed it.
Yeah, Ice Palace small keys are weird in this. Because you only really need one, unless, Kane does some weird things. And of course, the hookshot locked area of Ice Palace is logically hookshot locked no matter what, because of the... even with all the small keys, you can still lock yourself out of that area.
I made a bold prediction earlier when I mentioned that Relkin was going to get the hook shot within 7 minutes, and then it turned out to be more like 57 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that Relkin will have the entrance to Hera within the next 6 minutes.
I mean,
it'll
take about 3 or 5 minutes to do these checks. Yeah, you do these first because there's so many of them, and then Hammer Pegs is the only thing left.
And then you do the Breadsmith first because you turn him in at the bombable hut.
Why would you do the Breadsmith? What item is he looking for?
True.
I think he just goes to Hammer Pegs. I mean,
the
only thing he might want is a sword.
Yep.
But
that's right. I was thinking normal routing progression if you were still looking for items, but you are right. Because he's not looking for an item, then he'll just go straight there.
Now, when you're looking for entrances, it's kind of weird because, I recently had a seed where I found a mini Moldorm cave and just ignored it because I needed an entrance on an item. But he's missing a sword. If you see a quick entrance that's got items, maybe you check it. Depends on what it is. Depends on how quick it is, right? Of course, we haven't found any item caves, and he also may be like I've tried to track what entrances I've seen. It's hard. So when I get very impressed by runners that can do that, and I don't know if Relkin's one of those people that check that. Yeah, he's like, I mean, that's a pretty quick one. He's like, no, I mean, if it's a sword, whatever.
And instead, it's a small key to Desert Palace, which technically we needed.
Yeah, technically we need that. And it's 2 more locations for Ramond to pick up, to slow him down.
And here comes the Hammer Peg, so Allison was correct. We will be looking at an entry into Hera before the 151 mark, which, just as a reminder, Allison is the person that the winner gets the honor of facing in the semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, that's why Allison's really here. He's scouting.
Yes. He's waiting to see this become an advantage for him in the next round.
Already making the bold prediction that it'll be Relkin and Wally. Now, we know Wall Kicks is going to be there because we sorted that out yesterday, but...
All right, 4th try. Given everything that the seed has thrown to these runners, Tracy, are you surprised that this is going to be a sub 2?
With these runners, no. Now, for me, if it was... yeah, I guarantee you I'm not sub 2ing this seed, though.
I think with what we've been up against, we probably, push the 230 mark?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But there's no comparison. Like, Relkin's so much better player. Such a better player than I am.
Yep, that's why I'm fearful for week 6.
Make one of your teammates play him.
Fred, what are you doing? You're facing. Yeah, you are. No questions asked. All right. I'll have to face off against Ganon, which, by the way, because we've already finished Ganon's Tower, Relkin gets to do now. And Ramon's chasing the fun guy.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I don't blame him.
It makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. He's missing 2 big keys.
And watch it be the Hera small at this point.
Oh gosh, that would be awful. I'm telling you, the Harris Ball is the worst key in the game. Like
That's exactly what you mentioned at the beginning.
It opens exactly one location. It is not logical to beat the dungeon.
And you have to spend 45 seconds
and it's a slow location as well.
You got to spend 45 seconds to check.
Like literally every other small key can at least do something logically for you. Even the Meyer keys. Nice block strats from Relkin. He never got that. Oh, he does have the cape, so he could choose to use that. I don't know that he has any magic pots. I know I think he's got a red. But we've got silvers and half magic, so that should be fine.
Stage 2 really is the worst stage.
Oh, for sure. And also using one of the little quirks that the game has for us, which is if you're holding onto a wall while you're using the cape, your magic won't drain.
I have thoughts, but I'm not going to express it here. ZeldaSpeedRuns doesn't need to hear me complain about my previous seeds any more than I've already have.
I know, right?
And there's the third and final pendant for Ramond. As Relkin enters stage 4. Nice boomerang.
I mean, every once in a while, why not throw in a boomerang instead of a silver shot?
Wouldn't it be interesting? Wouldn't it be interesting, Tracy, if you found a strat that nobody knew about all of a sudden just by doing something like that? But nonetheless, Relkin is going to win this race and move on to face Elizon in the semifinals.
With official race time of 1:54.41. GG's to Relkin.
And Ramond immediately says, "That's it."
He's got so much. He's got too many things to look for to want to continue. I don't blame him whatsoever.
Like,
and I know we were told earlier before the race that he's got a time crunch going on, so we don't expect to hear him in the interview. But GG's to Ramond and wishing him well in League and all that other stuff that I'm sure. Actually, I don't know if he's doing League, but wishing him well in future tournaments.
Yeah, for certain. And just a phenomenal run here by Relkin.
Mm-hmm.
And I think early game just kind of helped give him what he needed for the late game.
Yeah, I mean, score one for check connectors early, because that was the big difference in the early game. And I do believe it's. Do we have Relkin here?
Not yet.
No, not yet. I heard the sound.
The sound you heard was one of our trackers bowing out for the afternoon, which we do appreciate our trackers here.
Yeah, we got Tommeltech and SirioX were our trackers today. And as I always like to say, trackers are our MVPs, especially in Crosskeys. Can you imagine trying to do this without them? I already get lost enough.
I'm lost, and I'm looking at the map, and I keep along here side so that way I can keep up with this race.
Yeah, I'm impressed that you can keep the map up. I would, yeah, it just would be bad.
2 screens, that's pretty much the same, the moral of the story on that.
I need 3 for it. I would need 3. I have 2. But yeah, I mean, while we're waiting for Relkin to jump in, I will. One thing I will say to Allison, there's a reason we play the games. So, even if I would have to make Relkin the favorite, gotta play him. And yeah, this time here we go, Relkin. GG's.
Hey guys, GG's.
Checking connectors early. Various other elements there. pretty solid opening for you, and you were just able to convert all the pieces of the puzzle. But I think the biggest thing for you was that book that let you know that GT Big Key was right there on the tablet.
Yeah, I mean, the two big plays, the two things that Ramond never got to were that GT Big Key tablet and Pyramid Fairy, so.
Wow. So tell me what was going through your head as you were going through this entire seed, because this definitely gave a lot of things to think about.
Well, somehow my early game routing was like so good that I was able to do ice when I first found it, basically, and that allowed me to have flute, and that gave me so much early mobility. Other than that, like I think my routing like this was like the best I've ever routed a Crosskeys seed, like ever.
Yeah, I think the I'm not even critical about it. Like the only thing was, you end up last location that hammer pick spot, but like, how do you not? You get the whole Mire area.
Yeah, it's the slowest one by itself to get to. So why wouldn't I last locate it with all I had left?
Like really, the only thing that you were lacking for quite a while was the hook shot in Super Bunny. What led you to walk away from Super Bunny knowing there was 2 items?
I hadn't done South Dark World at all, and I could go to East Dark World, and I just wasn't interested in taking Super Bunny at that moment. I definitely thought about it, but I didn't want to commit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that might be the one other thing. If you had done that maybe before the Mire check. I'm not sure there was anything in Mire that was useful. But, I mean, you didn't beat the dungeon. Didn't take that long. Yeah. But, yeah, I agree. It's a very, very, very well-routed seed in general. But, like, even just finding the mirror almost immediately, and then the connector takes you to TR Laser Bridge where Pod was, which we didn't know what the importance of Pod was going to be at the time. Sequence break at Cana Samaria, and then another key aspect, I think, the fact that you got the Swamp Small behind the hookshot out of logic, which kept you out of Swamp without a hookshot.
Yeah. I went ahead and checked that first chest, and like it could have had anything, but I made sure to leave immediately after.
Yeah, I think at that point,
which is good remembering of. Which right there is good remembering of your logic, the fact that you did break logic to get that Swamp Small, which can be very difficult to do in the heat of the battle, but you did a phenomenal job with that, and really you just stayed out of the bait that wound up pushing Ramond other places. Like, you had that flute probably about... What, Tracy? About an hour, 10, hour 20?
Like, it's kind of flipped to the hook shot, but the flute doesn't really open much. It just makes things faster, but it did allow you to get the Big Bomb.
Yep,
which was the other key play.
Which was required.
Point, were you hoping for a Hera at that point? Because, I mean, you were running out of entrances, and that's one of the things you needed.
Well, you mean in terms of Big Bomb, or what?
Yeah, in terms of the Big Bomb. In terms of when you went and got the Big Bomb, was it the hope that you would find Hera behind it, or just kind of whatever? I was just going to do this entrance check.
I did it because I hadn't been to the pyramid yet, and I could check the top of the castle entrances and stuff. So I may as well grab the Big Bomb while I was right there on the mountain.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, and it ends up being a desert big for you, which that's one of the things that Ramond was missing.
Yeah. I thought maybe for a bit, because I was needing to find Mitz still, that it wouldn't matter, because there is a world, like just like how what's for me, there's a world where you need Hera entrance for Go, and then you're looking for Mitz, and so you do Big Bomb. But I wonder, did he find Mitz a lot earlier than me?
I wouldn't say a lot earlier, but earlier for sure.
About 10 to 15 minutes earlier.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the other world is like where you get Mitz, and that pushes you to a lot of unnecessary checks and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
In case you're curious, you missed the lamp in Hera, and you missed a sword in Hookshot Cave.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, I also walked away from King's Tomb whenever
Yeah.
I realized, oh, well, I guess Hera's at Hammer Pegs. I don't know what's in there. I don't know what's in King's Tomb.
A key of some sort, I think we saw on right after you checked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, some sort of key. It wasn't.
Also,
Yeah, it's always isn't it a weird feeling when you find when you're just looking for an entrance and you just leave an item cave?
Yeah, at that point, getting tempered was unlikely, and so and also tempered silvers versus master silvers is only a difference on phases 1 and 2.
Right.
So at that point, it was unlikely for it to be worth checking that chest, and so I'm like beelining it to the Hammer Pegs entrance, and if I find a sword, cool. If not, whatever.
Yeah, of course we have no idea where the fourth sword was, but maybe somewhere. I don't know if we Ramond Phil cleared pod, maybe behind that mushroom sitting on.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a fun guy.
Yeah. If you'd gone a little bit longer, we might have gotten to see what was on that mushroom because Ramond was on his way playing for Ped at that point.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny. That's what he did in game 1, and that paid off huge for him, but not here.
Like Ped is that way, right? If it's the right answer, and you play for it, or if you have the knowledge early, it can win you a race, and But on the flip side, it can waste a lot of time for you. Desert Small was the King's Tomb key, which just all it does is open up 2 more checks for Ramond that weren't going to be the answer.
Yeah, one of those technically you need it type of things, but you can get away with it.
Yep.
Or without it type of thing. So next up for you, semifinals, Alazun will be your opponent who's been scouting you out the entire 2 hours here. Your thoughts on that best of 3?
I'm pretty sure Alazun has gotten 140s in every single one of his races or something. It's kind of crazy. I'm a little scared about that.
He's already given you the win, so no. But I keep saying you gotta play. You gotta play the games, right?
Yes, must play it out.
But yeah, phenomenal run for you for this seed here. Congratulations and good luck in the semifinals.
All right, thank you guys. I'm out. I'm off.
All right, thanks, Relkin.
I think with that, I think our day here is done as well. Tracy's been fun. You have something you got to get ready for in about an hour, and I've got some more things I got to go ahead and take care of. Once again, a big thank you to the people that helped track this match, Saver UX and Tunnel Tech, for clicking the buttons, making the icons appear. And hopefully you all enjoy the remainder of your Sunday. Big thank you to Golden Devil, who's about to speak up and take us out of here.
Yeah, thank you, Rick and Tracy, for the commentary, and GG's to Relkin. I'm sure once the next matches get scheduled, they will be on the calendar. So stay tuned. In the meantime, we're going to go right over to ZSR 3 with a Majora's Mask randomizer race, and have a good rest of your Sunday, everyone.